Hi, welcome to my channel and thank you for being here. Today I'm going to go over my palettes. Yeah, I have a lot. Nobody needs this much. All of them were given or bought with my money. I'm not decluttering anything. I go through my collection and declutter stuff like throughout the year, whenever I just feel like I've outgrown something. So yeah, this is just gonna go over my collection, and yeah, so let's get into the video. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment. We're gonna start with the letter A, and I have some of my palettes are really dirty because I do body painting and stuff, and I used to keep my palettes super clean, but if I use it, I use it, and this sometimes happens. But I have the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe palette. I also have their Spanglish palette. I feel like they changed their formula with this palette, and I don't like the formula as much. I could be totally wrong, but something about it just feels different. I also have the volume 2 from them. Nobody ever talks about this palette, really. I feel like it didn't get a lot of hype, but I love it. I love this palette. It's a great one. Their shimmer formula is so good. The next brand we're going to go over is the Alter Ego brand. I have the Blooms palette from them. This palette is okay. It's not my favorite from them. This Orchard shade just performs so poorly, like it's a big dud in my opinion. I do think that this is a really good affordable dupe brand if you're looking for any Natasha Denona palettes, or you know, they've duped Huda, and I think they've also done ABH palettes too. But yeah, I have the Aurora palette. My best friend bought this for me for Christmas. A very, very beautiful sunsetty palette. The Goddess palette. This was out of stock for so long and I really wanted it. This is my favorite palette that I have of theirs. It's amazing all the way around. And then my best friend had also got me the Artemis palette, and I love the color story of this, and yeah, I love it. So the next brand we're going to go over, which I only have 2 from, is ABH. I have the Modern Renaissance palette. My mom gave this to me because she got it in Ipsy. It's fairly new to my collection. This is a cult classic, so I've never had one of their palettes, and so I was really excited that my mom gave this to me. It's super basic, but it's still beautiful. And the other palette I have is the Nervina line from ABH, and this is volume 3. So the next brand I'm going to show you, I only have 1 palette from, and I want more from this brand, which is the Alien Cosmetics. I have their Strawberry Milkshake. Oh, I love that they have Serendipity's art a lot on some of their palettes, because I love Serendipity's art. I would love to get one of their pieces tattooed on me, but this palette is so freaking beautiful. It reminds me of summer. It's just so stunning. The shimmers are spectacular. The next brand we're gonna go over is my favorite brand, one of my favorite brands I should say, but yes, I have a lot of palettes from them, so let's get started. I have the Grandiose palette. This is Ace Beauty. They just have the most pigmented shadows ever. I love them. So I have the Classical Paradise. My friend Andy Does Stuff here on YouTube sent this to me. So surprised and so thankful. Then I have the whole Paradise collection. So the next one from that collection is Fallen, Paradise Fallen. This is just stunning. It is seriously like so unique in my opinion. So the next one from Ace Beauté is the Slice of Paradise. And I have the Blossom Passion. So I also have the Ace Beauté Scarlet Dusk palette, which my mom gave me. I was so excited because I got the Vintage Dawn unboxing and she got this Scarlet Dusk, and it's not her cup of tea, so she gave it to me. And then there's Vintage Dawn. I have the Flare palette. I have the Nostalgia palette. I have the Oceanic palette. I have the Floral Vintage. I have the Quintessential palette. Okay, so now we're gonna do the letter B. I have the Beauty Creations palette. It says Dare to Be Bright, and this palette is called Bossy. I love the colors, but the formula is just so dry. Like it's too dry. I like a good dry formula, but that's just, yeah. So I have the Oh Poppy by B Bella. The next brand that I have quite a few palettes from is Beauty Bay. I have the Beauty Bay Nikki Tutorial palette, and I love this palette. I know it got a lot of mixed reviews, but I love it. The next palette that I have from them is the Book of Magic. I really wish they would have re-released this. This palette is probably, I think this palette is my favorite that I have of theirs. I have the Sunset Horizon. I have the Wilderness palette. Now, I struggled really bad using the greens, but not everybody did. Everything else was good, but the greens were really hard for me to use. Let me know if you like this palette or if you struggled with it like I did. I absolutely love this color story though. It's beautiful. Okay, so I have the new Romantic palette by them. Next brand that I have a crap ton of palettes from is BH Cosmetics. Well, Beauty Bay Naughty palette, which is what's on my eyes right now. I have the Drop Dead Gorgeous A Little Bit Psycho. I have the Sapphire. I have Peridot. I have Ruby. I have Pearl. I have Garnet. I have Amethyst. I have the Aquamarine. I have Diamond. I have Emerald. I have Bubblegum. I have Cotton Candy. Alright, so I have Pistachio. But I have Avocado. Toast. I have Blueberry Muffin. I have the Passion in Paris. I have Street Tropez. Smitten in Switzerland. Okay, I have Trendy in Tokyo. Okay, so we are going to go over the letter C in my collection, and we're going to start with Colourpop, and there's quite a few. These are just the ones that I have not taken apart because I have a lot of those too. But anyways, let's go over the letter C. I have the Blue Moon palette. It's a good one. I have Just My Luck. I've actually grown to dislike this palette. I don't think it performs very well. The darker shades are just really hard to work with and patchy and dry in my opinion. Okay, Strawberry Shake. Ooh La La. Baby Got Peach. Okay, Honey. Lilac You a Lot. It's My Pleasure. Blowin' Smoke, which is my absolute favorite. Main Squeeze. Proceed with Caution. It's Shayla times Colourpop. I don't know who Shayla is. I love the color story of this palette. Orange You Glad. I really like this one too. Soul. Mar. Ornate. Grandeur. High Tides. Frozen 2. I love this palette. I have the other Frozen 2 palette. Through My Eyes. This is with a person and I don't know how to say that person's name. And I am a huge Mulan fan. Huge, huge, huge. My other C palette is by Cella. I also have a quad from Copacetics. It's Back to School. So now we are doing the letter D. I have a palette from Dazzle Me Dead Cosmetic. This is Attack of the Karens. Hilarious. I have Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder. We are now doing E. I have the E. Louise, I don't know how to say it, the Queen palette. Now we are doing F. I have Fluid Beauty, the Otherworldly palette. Flaunt Beauty Indica. I love the color story of this one. Now we're going to do G. I have the Give Me a Glow Grunge palette. I have the Give Me Glow Extra Spicy. I feel like this palette had a lot of mixed reviews, but I absolutely love it. I wish they still made it. My favorite from them is the Christmas Morning. I love the way this one makes me feel when I look at it and use it. I love it. I have the Vintage Rose and the Juicy Olive. I have the Glam Light Cake palette. I love this palette. I have the Glam Light Ice Cream Dream. I have the Glam Light Street Taco. I have the Hip Dot Note. I swear this is a dupe for the Lunar Beauty the Lunar Beauty one. I forgot what it's called. At the Blockbuster palette by Hot Topic. You can judge me, but oh my god, I love and loved Blockbuster. I miss it. Also have the Chucky from Hot Topic. My mom got that for me. She also got me the Beetlejuice. Now we are going to do J. I have the Juvia's Place the Tribe. I have Juvia's Place the Warrior. Juvia's Place the Warrior 2. The Nomad. The Magic Mini. the Festival, the Zulu, and the Warrior 3. Have the Cara Beauty Orange Pop. I have the Kaleidos Futurism Electric Turquoise. I have the Kaleidos Sci-Fi Green. I have the Kaleidos Neon. I have the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. I have the Lunatic Take My Heart. I have the Lunatic Cosmetics Relic. I have the Lunatic Cosmetics Zombie Defense. I have the Lunatic Cosmetics Elvira. I have the Lime Crime Prelude. The LA Girl Main Stage Desert Dream. I have the Morphe 24 Artist Pass. I have the Morphe Artistry Palette. I'm not sure what that one was called, sorry. I have the 35C Everyday Chic. I have the Morphe Boss Mode 35. I have the Morphe Picasso. This is so old. This was my first palette from Morphe, my first colorful palette. I loved it. I just keep it because it's sentimental. I have the Midas Smoky Glow palette. Midas Cosmetics Flower Bomb. They actually re-released this without glitter. I'm kind of jealous that I don't have that one. Midas Cosmetics Perception. Midas Cosmetic High Times. Midas Cosmetics Lemonade. Have the Milani, the Beautiful Nightmare. I have the Melt 420. Have the Melt Millennial. I have the Melt She's in Party. I have the Smoke Session. I have the Menagerie Feral palette. Natasha Denona Jubilee. OPV Beauty Spotlight. This one kind of reminds me of the Born to Run by Urban Decay. I have the Pinky Rose Hypnotize. I have the Pinky Rose Exotic Peacock. This one was canceled because it was offensive, so I'm sorry if this offends anybody. It's the Nomad Cosmetics Shanghai palette. Just a palette that I have. I have their Tokyo Harajuku palette. Peachy Queen, We're All Mad Here. Pretty Vulgar Nightingale. Ruby May Peppermint Mocha. Rebel Rogues Howlin' For You. Revlon times Wonder Woman 84. From Revolution Makeup, I have their Batman palette. I don't know what this one's called, I'm sorry. I love the little, you know, quote that they put here. It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. Anyways, I have this one by Revolution Makeup. I have the Harley Quinn by Revolution Makeup. I have the Joker. I have the Newlyweds. I have the Corpse Bride one. I forgot what it was called. The names on it are not easy to find. I have the Avocado, the Tasty Avocado by I Heart Revolution. I have the Makeup Revolution Chilled with Cannabis Sativa. I have Volume 15 by Spoiled Lips. Volume 11 by Spoiled Lips. I got this one from Kristen. I want to give away. Beauty Beatdown here on YouTube. I have the Glamoline and the Diary. I have the Arcana by Shroud. The Creepy Cute by Shroud. I have the Divinity. It's Freakin' Bats. From Sugar Pill, I have the Fun Size. From Too Faced, I have the Gingerbread Spice. And the Natural Lust, only because it has peacocks on it, and my best friend got it for me. The Holy Grail by Violet Voss. I have the All of You Forever. I have the Oh Snap. The Sparkling Cherry Limeade from Viseart. This is the neutral eyeshadow palette. Wet n Wild. This one, Mummy of the Year. Boogie Nights. Ella Queen. Pac-Man. From Wicked Sisters. I think this one is called The Spellbook. I have all the e.l.f. bite-size palettes. SCU, Cream and Sugar, Chocolate Mint, Meant to Be, Truffles, Rose Water, Pumpkin Pie, Very Bad, Hot Jalapeno, Carnival Candy. So I had the Sailor Moon palette, but I kind of took it apart and put other shadows in. These are just singles. I had this So Jaded, and I made it into a dupe of the It's a Mood. I had the Aura and Out, but again, I took it apart. So I just have pressed glitters in it. I had the Midnight Masquerade, again, pulled it out and created something. My youngest actually made this color story. Same with the Misunderstood. My youngest created this one. Those are all Colourpop singles. I had two of the Proceed with Caution because I had one in my kit for doing makeup on others. And I took it apart and added different colors, and yeah. I have an all shimmer. This is for all glitter, Colourpop. I have this big ass palette. %90 of these are all Colourpop palettes that I disassembled. Yeah, except for these 3 shades are from Shroud Cosmetics, and that's it. So more like 99% of this palette. I had a Colourpop addiction, as you can tell. I no longer have that addiction to them. They are ridiculous. Now I have, these are all my, well, a few of my Give Me Glow singles. And I have more Give Me Glow singles in here. And And that is everything. So yeah, thank you for sticking through this. You know, yeah, thank you for watching. If you did make it to the end, put a pumpkin emoji down at the bottom. All right, thank you. Bye.